As professional golf reels from the introduction of LIV golf this year, some normality has resumed with the President's Cup of late, and preparations are already underway for the 2023 Ryder Cup, just 12 months away. Whether the PGA Tour can hold off the Saudi-backed league long-term, however, remains to be seen. Today, we're discussing a President's Cup superstition which saved Team USA and Tiger's long-term future. Stay with us. Let's get straight into it then. What's all this about a superstition at the President's Cup? 1997 PGA Tour winner Davis Love III was recently on hand to detail a sneaky superstition which got Jordan Spieth and his Team USA counterparts out of a sticky situation at the recent President's Cup. The Americans were able to prevail, but at one stage it looked as though it might not turn out too well for them, which Love has explained. The skipper appeared on Fred Couples' SiriusXM show last week and let fans in on a little tale involving three-time major winner Jordan Spieth, who was up against Cam Davis in the singles. Of course, Spieth quickly fell behind and looked for all the world as though he was going to continue his recent poor form, but was able to pull it back thanks to a little intervention of sorts. Love continued, but really what happened is Jordan Spieth left his lucky ball markers in his locker, which must have been why he had such a poor start. Love, who won 21 PGA Tour events during his career, went on to reveal how they figured out the error after the third hole before radioing for someone to run back to the locker to pick them up. But Love revealed that his caddy already had them, saying, "My caddy Jeff Weber, who's helping the caddies, goes, I've already got them." And he got them to him before we got to the green on 4. Wow, danger averted. So what happened after Spieth had been reunited with his Lucky Charms? Well, let's see. As soon as Jordan got the markers back, his form instantly picked up, making a birdie on 4 before following that up with another birdie on 5. As we know, he ended up winning the match to cap off a great week, with Love adding he's 2 down and he's never won a singles match. And then he gets his lucky ball markers from the captains on the radio, and he missed maybe one putt the whole rest of the day. Of course, we highly doubt that Spieth's form was improved by the markers themselves, but maybe the relief of having them settled him down. I mean, golf is an incredibly mental sport as it is, so there's no reason why this might not have affected him mentally. Love then gave details about another superstition which he believes might also have helped his team, revealing that he had been wearing a white hat all week, even though the rest of the team were wearing blue as well as the rope hat. He then explained how he decided to wear the rope hat as the team were in a good position, but as he left the tee on 6, he had a bad feeling, so switched back and the momentum changed. Of course, we're not suggesting for a minute that Love's wardrobe change had anything to do with Team USA's fortunes, but if it makes him feel any better, then why not? What do you guys make of Love's little anecdotes? So, what about Tiger and next year's Ryder Cup? USA Ryder Cup captain Zach Johnson recently sat down to discuss all things golf, but of course the conversation quickly turned to one of Tiger Woods and his possible involvement at next year's competition in Rome. Of course, the Ryder Cup is the highlight of many pro golfers' calendar, and like most others, Tiger also loves it, which is exactly how Johnson put it. He explained, Tiger has made it a priority of his and certainly Team USA. He wants to be a part of it as best he can. Obviously, he's gone through some things as of late that make it difficult, whether it's travel or what have you. Zach also saw firsthand how Davis Love III kept Tiger in the loop of what was going on with the American team at the recent President's Cup, where he also served as assistant captain. And given how Love used Tiger's expertise over the phone as the GOAT watched him from home, Johnson believes he can tap into the immense wealth of knowledge of Woods in a similar way next year. Johnson then explained that he and Tiger have become much closer in recent years, saying he views him as a dear friend before suggesting he's very much a part of Team USA. I don't know what's going to happen next September, but you can rest assured that he will be in constant communication with our team. Hopefully he makes the team. What do you guys think? Nota Begay III has been speaking about Tiger this week as well. Begay and Tiger are known to be pretty close pals, and if his recent words are to be believed, we could be seeing Woods sooner rather than later. Speaking on SiriusXM's PGA Tour radio earlier this week, Nota said, I know as soon as he feels like he can be competitive, I think he's got a good sense of what it's going to take. This past year, we'll see him, before suggesting that we might actually get lucky and see him before the fall is over. Begay then suggested Woods again will take part in the PNC Championship in December, where we saw him return last season after almost the entire year on the sidelines, once again with his son Charlie. Whether he takes to the field in his own Hero World Challenge or not is yet to be seen, however, but there are still 3 3 spots available, so don't be surprised to see him turn out there. And Begay seems pretty confident he'll show up, saying he could introduce a new cart rule to accommodate himself given the fact that he's still recovering from his near life-changing leg injury sustained in last year's car accident. Begay believes the field would be more than happy to allow Woods to use a cart, and we do too. I mean, given what he's done for the game, he could carry the ball in his pocket to the hole if he wanted to, in our opinion. Next up, news of LIV Golf's quest for ranking points. Stay tuned. As the beef between LIV Golf and the PGA Tour shows no sign of letting up, there has been little development in the Breakaway Tour's plea to be recognized and as such receive ranking points. Whatever way you look at it, the Saudi-backed league has some of the best golfers on the planet right now after coaxing many of the game's top players away from the PGA Tour, so their events should probably be eligible for rankings points. And this week, they joined forces with the MENA Tour in a bid to secure the highly sought-after rankings points, which has been described as a strategic alliance. The MENA Tour is based in the Middle East and North Africa and is a relative newcomer itself, having only been founded by the Dubai-based Sheikh Maktoum Golf Foundation back in 2011. However, in May 2016, it was awarded rankings points, which LIV Golf have now tapped into. There will now be rankings points available when the 6th LIV Golf event rolls around this weekend in Thailand, and thanks to the new alliance, MENA will also take on LIV Golf's 2023 schedule. Of course, this piece of unexpected good news will delight those golfers who chose to defect to LIV Golf as the PGA Tour now looks even further away in the rearview mirror. What do you guys make of LIV Golf's cheeky strategy? Let us know below. And finally, news of a particularly interesting PGA Tour debut this weekend. The Shriners Hospital for Children Open begins in earnest October 6th, and there is one golfer making his debut who is turning heads a little. Patrick Welch would be pretty unremarkable at this early stage in his career if it wasn't for the fact that he holds the golf club completely differently to everyone else. The usual method is right hand low, left hand high, but Welch doesn't play by the rules, placing his hands the opposite way. This rare method of holding the club is always going to attract attention, and attract attention it has. The University of Oklahoma senior also wears 2 gloves whilst playing, proving that he literally doesn't care what anybody thinks of him, and also suggests he's not one for tradition. Apparently, Welch picked up the grip after playing baseball as a youth, but has never changed it despite continued pleas from others. And making his PGA Tour debut this weekend, he said, "I don't think I've ever had this feeling. Ever since I started golfing, I've always wanted to make it to the PGA Tour. To have this opportunity means the world." Good luck for you, Patrick. As usual, thanks for dropping in on us today, and remember to tune in again next time when we'll be discussing all sorts of other cool bits and pieces. And why not do us a solid by liking and sharing today's video whilst also subscribing to our channel. Bye, guys.